Well, you might be wondering, even if you have already happened to attend an in-service workshop, or if you plan, or if you got future plans to attend an in-service workshop. So what would you expect what would you like to, what would be your expectations to get out of that workshop? I mean, obviously you go and attend a workshop and you got some expectations attached to that workshop. So what you're gonna learn from that? That's what we are going to discuss. Remember, if you are going to attend a workshop or plan to attend a workshop in future, so you might come across this element of experiencing and evaluating. And I think this is very strong notion of conducting an in-service short workshop. So obviously the short workshops which are run on weekly basis or on daily basis or on they consist of 3 days. So one of the goals could be, to introduce teachers some new techniques. Well, merely exposing them to the new techniques is not adequate. What could be sufficient is just to make them realize how to learn the technique and actually implement it in the classroom. So, and in this regard, we've got the notion of experiencing. Unless you experience something yourself physically, it might not be useful for you in the long term. So this is how we learn, through experience. And I remember myself when I was in the UK, we had, practice of language teaching, a module for MAT TESOL. And for that matter, we were given some in-service workshops, how to teach academic writing. And the purpose of those workshops was just to help us learn new techniques. And later on, when I enrolled for my PhD program, we had some in-sessional courses, in-sessional workshops, and I attended a lot there, which helped me to become aware of new techniques. And these new techniques I learned through experience, right? So this is how once we learn a new technique, until we reflect on this one, we can't internalize this one. So this is how we learn things, through learning and reflection. And for your convenience, by technique, I mean to say, for example, if a teacher wants to, teach through group work, and before that, the teacher is, for example, accustomed to teaching individually, for example, teacher-led classrooms. But the new technique is how to divide students into groups. So this is important here. We need to learn this technique, but this can be learned through meditation, through reflection, and how the technique went on. And this is one of the elements of, this could be an element of, in-service workshop, right? So the outcome of this activity would be, the teachers would be in a better position to present some exercises in the classroom effectively. I mean, they will be better informed teachers. They would be better equipped with, some good pedagogical skills. So they could, analyze their own teaching practice and reflect where the teaching is going well and where it needs improvement. Right. So we've got some checklists which the workshops can offer us. For example, if you plan to attend, there might be some checklists or guidelines which we need to go through, and how to internalize those checklists. So the most important point here is to how to work with the activity, not to just accept the activity on its face value, rather to work with it and make it in an experimental way. So there are a number of ways we can help teachers in the workshop to accept and to be tolerant to new things, and to accept the change. And this is how we can ask them to be patient about their initial problems. For example, if we want to teach them a technique of, teaching students through group work, so if they are experiencing some problems, we could ensure them not to get restless, rather to become patient and accept the change. So there are other ways of demonstration. The organizers of the workshop could bring in some videos and demonstrations, and this is how we can make the element of experiencing and evaluation an important part of an in-service workshop.